Hey, everybody, welcome to Thursday Night Watch Party. We are back again with the Noir Watch Party finale. We are on the last two episodes. It has been a chaotic watch party from the start up until the finish. We don't know what to expect. We've been speculating all week since last Thursday what the last two episodes are going to bring to the table. And also, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. During the discussion of the episodes, we are going to announce the winner of the Watch Party poll finale for August the 14th. The winner has been picked, and the announcements tonight. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. But for right now, we are gonna watch the episodes again. The um the watch link is posted right here. So just click that and paste it to the search bar and then hit enter. You don't need a YouTube channel or anything. Just bring yourself in here. Just bring yourself in here and you'll be fine. Anyway, guys, we will see you after the final two episodes. Oh, we had Chloe beat narrate. Interesting.
Mhm. And we now know who the actual Noir is. See, clever, clever. That's how you do it, folks. Goddamn, Monica, where is this acting later you? If you have a chance to shoot, shoot. Awesome. Oh, oh, there you go. Who brings a knife to a gunfight? Woo! God damn. Oh, that, what is she wearing? Wow, that was a beefy scene. Holy shit. Oh, look how close it got. Oh, no wonder why.
Damn.
Like, God damn, that was awesome. Oh, the resurrection. I get it. Oh shit, they're playing the intro. That's not good. It's bad when you hear that. Uh, uh, a viewer discretion is advised. Hmm. Wait, wait, wait. This is what she wants. Oh, she's got a freaking revolver. Whoa. Uh-oh. I so called it. Woo! Woo! Oh, poetry. Damn, this is tense. Ah, oh, the cotton. But that's how you end it next week.
Well, it was quite the finale.
Yeah, it was. Holy crap.
I was actually surprised that it ended up that uh happy. Um, I knew Chloe was gonna die though.
It was coming, but we didn't know in what way because the thing with character deaths is you want to make it good and make it worthwhile. Because I can't count the number of times I've seen an anime where the one of the main characters or the main antagonist die in bullshit circumstances, and it's like all of that, and it's a cheap ass death. But we didn't
Uh,
get that. Thank God we did not get that. That's how you make it grand, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you make it grand. You keep the characters going and live out their full arcs and everything, rather than do a a bullshit death that's not fully explained and then never do it and then just pretend like it never happened.
yeah. Um, like I said, I could see Chloe was probably gonna die, but I thought maybe Caprica was gonna die too because her sins, she just was not gonna be able to live with her sins, and she wasn't gonna accept it, uh, being noir and all. But I also could see that Mariel being kind of her only friend, and after everything that happened to her, she wasn't going to just, in a sense, let her take the easy way out. And like you said at one point, they've basically been together this whole time. I mean, she's the only person that's still left in her life. So I was right on the fact that Chloe died. I was right that Mariel, in a sense, did end up saving Caprica. But the good thing about it is, and what makes it kind of satisfying, is that they both ended up living and sort of reject the title of Noir, which I kind of knew she was going to do, but I thought that Caprica probably would have ended up dying, but it's nice to know that they both ended up making it through.
Well, not necessarily. Here's my counter argument to that. Just
Uh
like with
oh.
Red Dead Redemption, like how the original ending went, you know how John's son basically, gets the full revenge of his father and the rest of the Van Doing gang when he finally, goes after the guy who finally ordered the hit on the farm and anything, and it's like, you killed my father, yada yada yada. You have the showdown and everything, and then you shoot him, and it's like, well, that's revenge. That's the end of the story. But then he looks one look at the gun, and's like, I just became my father. I became Arthur Morgan. I became like everybody else. So that's the way of his son saying, it went full circle. This is the life I'm living. The thing about Noir is you got to remember the pocket watch. Very much since the very first episode, this watch has been around for us for everything. It was the key to everything. The soldats, the war, the whole little theme music that the composer Yuki has always wanted us to listen to, and the final shot of this is that oh yeah, they could have walked off happily after. Yeah, Karika's injured, like she got shot by a fucking revolver in the side. You're not gonna walk away from that unless Marielle had some first aid right away by the car or whatever. So this is a symbolic symbolism of it's up to you to determine where the two girls end up for Krika and Marielle. I look at the pocket watch that's fully cracked and everything, And the last thing you hear in the show is Marielle and Krika's gun going off. So who shot who, or who do they shoot? Now that's the question. It's off screen, but you hear the guns go off. And what did Marielle promise Karika? Once this is all over, I will kill you. So
Ooh,
think
there's
about
that.
that. So think about that, Jasmine. But they're together, but how many people are gonna hunt them down? Who is gonna go after them now for the title noir? You gotta remember the soldats, you could say right now, are disbanded. But who's to say those who are loyal to Altana weren't gonna go after them? Or who's to say the
Oh yeah.
faction that he was with Marielle, slightly, they're gonna be like, yeah, we can leave those two on their own. But that's the thing. The show gives you a glimpse and a hint to say it's up to you to decide. Is this really a happy ending or more of a downer? I wouldn't call it a downer. I wouldn't call it a happy ending. I would call it very poetic. Poetic how Altana went out in the end, because everything that she believed in, all the training of Chloe, the seedlings and everything, her true beliefs of what the true soldiers or soldats should be like, how Noir should be. Heck, if any of them killed her, it would have been Chloe at the end, because she would have believed Altana's stories to the end, even if she realized this was the truth, and it would have been like, I am the true Noir. I am truly Noir. Controls the whole Solats, the world take over, yada yada yada. But since Karika's the one who threw her or lunged her into the lava pit and everything, but penultimately it was Altona who dropped herself, it feels like it came full circle. She was defeated by her own beliefs and how two much stronger individuals who care for each other were able to see through the lies of Altona and Noir. Funny enough, all of them kept saying, "This is the tale of Noir," and when you look at it, yes, pretty much, Noir is describing Kareka and Marielle perfectly. Chloe was one thing, but she never fit into two categories of, shall we say, chaotic evil to chaotic neutral. Think about it this way: when you look at the characters, they fit that law, chaos, or neutral. Noir fits in the middle. Like, she's supposed to be more neutral, but
Hmm.
going into which one, neutral law or neutral chaos, or pure like evil, pure good. That's the thing. Noir is meant to get their hands dirty, metaphorically, but they're the ones who work in the dark trying to get to the light. I think about those last few lines by the boss and Marielle. I'm like, yeah, you know what? They're getting a little bit more poetic now. Heck, the final battle is in a freaking church of all places. It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic, and it was those lines that made me draw the conclusion of it being more happy as a per se. I mean, though it's not happy, I mean they're basically kind of mercenaries, and they just killed kind of a whole underworld of mercenaries. So yeah, there's going to be a lot
And
of
they also talk about the
peace.
whole underworld using the word phrase noir. How Marielle says, you got to wonder how many people use that, ironically, not knowing the true name of noir. Those who knew it but knew the limits to use it, kind of like her and Karika, and those who just use it for the sake of fame and glory. There is a side mission in the god awful The Man Who Erased His Name from Yakuza, that someone is trying to revive the Goro Ryujo clan, and someone's going around as the other dragon for Yakuza. And the funny thing about this is this: nobody really knows the Goro Ryujo clan in that point in the timeline, because when you first play Yakuza 2, it's this big thing. You go multiple years into the future for this title, and people are like, "Oh yeah, that clan that was from so beyond." So that's the ironic thing with Noir. It was like this tale, this myth, this legend people knew about. without knowing the true origin and meaning of it. So that's kind of the beauty of this ending. Noir slowly goes back into being that tale again. It's the legend. Only we, the audience, know what the true meaning of Noir is. And ironically, when you look at Karika and Marielle's final lines together, it's them saying, "Well, we're in this together. We're not leaving each other." And she's like, "Yep, to the bitter end, both literally and until till death do us part."
Yeah, but I think the happy part of all that is that even if they are
They
in
did find some
transition
love. They
alone,
love each other. That's how they were
yeah,
over Altona.
and the
And
and the
here's
best
the
part
thing:
is
that's how Chloe
they're
lost. She went
and the
from my calm, cool demeanor girl I love, who was a strategist, to when the callback to when they were in Italy and how the knife broke. Who shot it? Karika did. And all Chloe had to do was just look at her and go, "Why?" When I saw that, I'm like, "This is how she's gonna die." Monica gives the best speech in the damn show, telling Chloe to stop and everything. And when Chloe walks away, you're thinking, "Oh shit, she did it." She throws away the fork and everything. It's like, oh shit, she did it. She did it. She's gonna run away. It's that beautiful pause. Chloe staring, and it's like, I think she knew this is how she was going to die because it's like
right.
she failed Altona, she failed Noir. If she can't have Karika, no one else can. It's like I can give her to Muriel, and then you're all mine. That didn't work out in the way because love, in the end, triumphed over Chloe. Chloe knew love, but that love was more, I want to say, more manipulation. Hell, Alta wouldn't care if Chloe did kill her. It would, like I said, it would have been like, perfect, I still won. But when Chloe was resort to rage at the end, you can feel the pain of what she just lost. She truly believed Karika was her friend that she had. That after everything she's been told, heck, like we said, it reminds me of Assassin's Creed Revelation during the Desmond Miles section where you're going through the POV. You know what I'm talking about, right, Anime Night?
Yes.
And how Desmond was always told these stories of the assassins and the Templars, how they always been fighting. And one of the lines that Noah North says, "How could it be possible to bore a kid of telling war stories? How is that possible?" That reminds me of the scene with Chloe because everything she was just taught is just in that one moment what Cricket just did. It threw it all out the door. Did Ultimate betray her? Did Cricket betray her? Did what she believed in betray her? And that's when she finally lost it. When she resorted to more rage and hatred. That's when this isn't Chloe anymore. This is a child who's been suffering a lot. And Karika put this child out of her misery finally. And ironically, Chloe looked more peaceful than she did when she died than she was with Altana. That's why I call it poetry. It's Greece. It's a We're in Greece when or at least somewhere near that area. It's a tragedy.
It's a
Look at
beautiful
these
area.
outfits they're wearing. It's symbolism. It ended in a tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
a poetic tragedy, and how she was laid down. I felt like, oh God, no. And I'm glad she went out the way she did because it would still have been like, nope, this is how Chloe was always going to go out. This is how she was going to go out, and probably how she felt like this is the only way I can go out. Felt
I
very
knew
poetic.
she was going to die when she by going after Mariel. I just knew she was going to do that.
It's like she's going
She,
to die. Here it comes.
yeah,
I bet you weren't ready for that, Joker. I bet
I
you
wasn't
weren't.
ready for her to die. I just need to know. will this be a satisfying death? And it was satisfying. It felt
But
satisfying for the
the
character, the arc, and for the story to progress for Marielle and Karika's character.
the only difference between Chloe and Altina, at least Chloe got to die with a smile on her face.
Altena died more of a ironic poetry sense away. Everything she built up, you gotta wonder how many people she's killed just to get to the position and power that she was in. All of a sudden, to be in this beautiful room with this murals, architectures, and everything, and it's like telling you this is the true story of Noir, how it's gonna go down. One of you will lead the soldats to the future. All that to come crumbling down on you just because of a selfless sacrifice. And I was like, oh, I killed both of your parents. Oh, so you didn't just kill Marielle parents, you killed Karika's parent as well. Or, wow, goddamn. Uh, and come front, get the shotgun, get the shotgun ready. I'm
Uh-oh,
watching you.
Joker's protective of Chloe. Uh-oh.
I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you.
But it does tie into everything. I'm glad it was like the final place. I I think that was in Rome or Greece, one of the two.
Greece, Rome. It said it was between Spain and another country. So it's like, okay, so we're in between some places. But again, you look at the outfits that Chloe and Karika were wearing along with everybody else. This definitely had that tragedy uh, built into it. That it's not going to end the way you think it is. It's not like, and they all live happily ever after, like this one damn visual novel I finished reading where it feels like this company does not know how to write an ending other than, and they live happily ever after. I don't need happily ever after endings. I want to theorize what's going to happen to them. Like like again, the final shot of them going off in the darkness, which remember, they even said that we live in the dark to chase the light. Symbolism, poetic even. But also at the same time, that's them. They're mercenaries. They do all these hits to keep people safe, or it's just for money. No one really cares. I get paid to do the job. These two actually understand the assignments, but if you notice, almost throughout all the episodes, even the more personal ones, they're kind of learning about the targets. Just a little bit. And we learned with the targets before we got a chance to see them die off. Like Marielle's uncle. It was nice to know she had an uncle that at least is still like, hey, how you doing and everything. Until it's like, yeah, I killed my own brother. But then it's like, but why? Because with the soldats. Oh, you know about them? Well then, shit. What do I say now? Or when Karika's on her own more personal journeys, like the guy we had in Russia, where she hesitated to kill him. Again, even though he's a piece of shit character in his twilight years, he at least tried to make it up by taking care of some foster children. That's not a little nice, notable act. It won't redeem yourself, but at least he did some good deeds in the end. So when you think about everything that they did, it's like they only, well, I want to say kill, but they're still mercenaries. But at the end of the day, I would like to take the Captain Jack Sparrow route of saying they are good women in the end. Yes, they got blood on their hands, but they're a good person. Probably ones
Ooh,
I want to be friends with versus some of the other hitmen out there that we've seen.
I agree. And it's so everything led up to it. And I wonder if Marielle was satisfied with her answers. I wonder now when you think about it because this was a heavy revelation for her.
I think
And and
I
she
think it's right there
realized
with Altina because Altina's waiting, like pull the trigger, do it, and that's what Marielle says. You're not worth a bullet. I'm like, ooh, development.
And I
Well,
think
it
that's
well in the end we may hate the person, but
It
they're
wasn't
not
gonna
real.
bring mom or dad back. It wasn't gonna, bring back the life she knew before Kurika or after Kurika. It wasn't gonna bring back, her friend that she at least had some context with before he passed away in the second watch party that we did, I think it was, or was it the third watch party?
I
It
think it
wasn't
was
gonna
the
bring him back.
oh
Second
yeah
or
when
third,
they're
right?
when she's carrying the flowers to the gravestone and she meets the one woman and
Well,
when
that's
they
one
fought in the casino episode, we'll call it that.
you can see in an episode. So it's like this woman is like the embodiment of evil in that sense of way. She may call herself the good person, but she's evil. Hell, even she knows that. Well, again, Ultima. Thank God Tiffany Grant voiced her because, oh my God, I freaking love her
And
voice.
and the scary thing is, ladies and
We
gentlemen,
didn't have a lot of episodes with Altina. When she showed up, she was just silent until she finally spoke. It's like, oh shit. And then how everybody was describing her, it's like, damn, this lady's got some power, position to have this fear. And then when she spoke, especially to one of the sisters, and about Chloe's death, Altina's not wiping a goddamn tear. Chloe was just a stepping stool. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm kind of glad Chloe never saw this side of Altina. But that begs the question.
the real Altina, the real
But that
one.
begs the question: did Chloe knew the real Altina? I'm probably gonna say maybe actually, because in episode 25, near the end, how angry she gets. I think this is probably her also saying that everything she's known was a lie in some sense of way, even if there was some grain of truth, like kind of like a Doctor Doom's thing. Like he believes everything he says, but there's still some grain of truth in those lies. So I think Chloe knew that I'm either gonna go out this way or the other way. So she might as well go out her own way. So I think Chloe might have known because maybe in some point, like in my mind, maybe one day she gets like she is hearing things, doesn't want to eavesdrop until she accidentally did. So I could honestly see that happen to Chloe and why she's more the way she is compared to like because again with Karika, she very much had that friend with Karika until it fell apart. So I got to say maybe she knew part of it, but believed the lie most often.
And exactly that. And ladies and gentlemen, Altina didn't need magical abilities or an army. She is evil, but she's not the evil that we see on a daily basis. Nah, she's the calm, collective evil person.
I'm reminded of
very,
Jonathan from Monsters, very calm and collective.
Like
But
and of course
Jonathan was more of
and
a
of
monster.
course
very manipulative and
and
persuasive. And
and
sometimes that's
also
enough.
and dare I say she has Palpatine levels without the Force abilities and the lightsaber.
She was
She
very
does.
much a silver tongue with Chloe, and how you can believe the words that this lady is saying to you. If you were a child this age being raised by Altina, you probably believe every word your guardian was saying to you until the very end. And you look
Mhm.
how loyal all the sisters in the manor were loyal to die until that one sister challenged Altina, and she's like,
Oh,
that scene was brilliant.
because because that was beautifully written and beautifully shot because she was
And acted.
challenging and acted too. She was challenging Altina because she realized, wait a damn minute, and then it clicked and the light bulb went off in her head. And then she's like, you said you let all this happen. You knew. And that Irish accent, holy crap, that
I
sells it.
miss the old dubs like this when you get to hear the accents.
Exactly. We should bring that back. Let the actors speak in their natural accents. Let them speak in natural accents. I like hearing the accent. It makes the to me, Joker, I feel like it makes the character feel very different. It gives it like a nice layer, like extra layer when
At
it
least
comes
it
to
adds it's that extra layer of that. Okay, I'm not hearing the all the familiar voices out there. It's a little bit different, but also here it adds that Alterna's influence really went everywhere.
and also but yeah, uh, the reason why I compare her to Palpatine because even off screen, her presence is still there. Like you could still feel it. Like whenever she's mentioned, referenced and everything, it's there. And when she's on screen, she steals the show. She steals the scenes that is and takes advantage of that.
I love her
Which
design.
is which is what you want to do
Beautiful,
with your main
pretty. She's got
person.
that brunette hair, those eyes. Like I always, I always did notice when Altina is serious, they do a medium shot with it, but when you get really close, those eyes are just like they're just watching you. They're waiting for you to do it. It's that cold, cold stare look she's got going with her when they do the zoom ins. I'm like, oh god, like you're panicking. Like the first time you see that with Krika holding the gun to Altina, she's like, I don't care. You can do it. You can shoot me. And she's just staring at Krika like she's waiting to do it, but Cricket doesn't do it. It's like, damn, it's just like scary.
Yeah, I was truth be told, I was visibly crying on episode 25. That's why the camera was off and everything and everything was off cuz those scenes are very powerful and you feel it. Like you feel the emotion and you just beg for things to be
Also, god damn it, Monica, where's all this acting? I
exactly.
love her. Let's get to more acting. Tiffany Grant, great antagonist. She's the full villain at the end, but she was a great antagonist. The penultimate villain. I'm like, this she was great. Every scene she was in felt like she was the boss. She had power. Like Ultima could literally be in a Martin Scorsese movie, and I wouldn't care. That's
No,
what she reminded me.
I would watch it. I would watch it. Actually, matter of fact, I would buy a ticket with you, Joker. And I would go see that. A mafia movie with Alton in it as the main lead, hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. I will pay money for that. But
Uh,
that's the beauty of noir, ladies and gentlemen. It's so tragic in the end, where everything because once you get to the latest, like to the end of the episodes, it really and when you look back at all of them, it pieces so well together and it to everybody else it may be another dead end, but in reality, through every dead end,
Everything
there's
connects later into everything. It takes a while to get going, but once it gets going, it's a pretty damn good show because it all connects together. Because it's
and
like ultimate plan for everything. This all was planned out. Because again, you go back to episode one after we finish this. Was it truly Altena or someone working with her for the soldats that send that message to Marielle for the bounty? Go find this person. Because when you think about it, if that was true, then again, she's even more scary than when you think about it.
mhm, and she is the 4D chess master too.
She had everything planned out until it all came crumbling down. Now, to our two main female ladies, Karika and Marielle. I know Karika's voiced by Monica Rial, but here's the damn thing. She was good in this. It's
Yes.
definitely her early works, so she's not quite at the voice you hear from in almost every other anime she's in nowadays. To
And
when
that's
she
a
does
credit.
change it, like she's in Black Clover. She's one of the majors in
Hmm.
Black Clover, but she
That's one of
does
the
change
few
her
voices
voice
she
enough
does, I think,
that you
is
don't even know it's her
actually
until it's like,
pretty
oh, it is
unique.
her. But here's the
I think
thing.
that's one of the few voices that she does is actually pretty unique.
I know,
Her character at Black
like we
Clover.
know she can change the voice. I just don't know why she doesn't change it often. But here in the early works with ADD films, she was good in this. Kurika obviously was very soft spoken at first, so very nervous. So Monica did a very good job of reflecting that in the voice, in the range. But then when Kurika gets more comfortable, she's more open with Marielle, does her posture change along with the tone of the voice, where it's like, oh, so she can speak. She went from the quiet kid in the corner to a more talkative. I think, in my opinion, Monica's best episode with Kurika is 25 because you get to feel that pain, the rage, the sadness, that everything she's gone through. It's like shit. Or even like episode 20, one, I think it was 21, 24, where
Hmm.
even when she's begging Marielle to just shoot her in the end,
That was the
it's like,
best
God, I know that
episode.
I was heartbroken for that episode because, like, will everything change after they found out the truth and everything that she's Noir with Chloe and everything. That episode was painful. That episode was
Hmm.
painful. Where she's like, "Just shoot me, get it over with," and then it's like, "No," and then she does the MGS Marielle, Marielle line. It's like, damn, this is sad. And then you do wonder where the hell she's gonna be at in the end. And it's wonderful. So I think I'll give her a pass to this one. I enjoyed the performance for this one. She was a really good with this character. Would I prefer somebody else now? No, not really, because I think she nailed it.
I can't think of anybody else to
Like right
play
now. Especially
like
go back to the old VAs before all the new guys showed up. I think she was fine for this, and it does show that she had the range and talent to stay here for a very long while. It's a shame because I do like when she changes characters, when she does go for roles like this compared to the more recent work. I'm like, where's this again? I want this Monica back.
right? And with everything, the that was a great end to both their arcs, and both actresses really drove home the characters. And and on episode 26, the dual narration with the two, that was pure joy right
You got to
there.
see how more confident they were with together. Because when you did the first dual narration, it really was more Marielle doing all the shooting and everything, and then Kurika kind of came in. But then but then they get further and further in, the more team, the more missions they went on together, the more confident they got with each other. The more I didn't have to worry about where you were going. Also, that church scene with the sister with the sword, clever to use actual armor, but I kept saying like, oh, the left bolt's gonna go through the freaking armor. But then you realize what actual gun and ammo she's using, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll give the pass for this one because that was a beefy scene. It's like
Yeah,
this is not fucking dying. I'm like, you're getting
I
shot in
would.
the shoulder, the stomach, the side, the abdomen. I'm like, you should be dead at this point. I'm like, are you wearing armor? And then I'm like, oh, she was wearing armor. That was pretty cool.
They could have, and this probably. I'm glad they went with that and not like some cyber android bullshit type thing.
Oh, don't get me started on that shit.
I'm glad they didn't go with that. They actually emphasized on the armor because I mean, we had no idea they were wearing armor because that was a nice surprise right
She
there.
was the
I
only one that
like
was
that.
wearing armor. Everybody else was like, at the quote, the good, bad, and the ugly. I'm like, we have a chance to shoot, shoot.
Exactly.
You have a chance to
Also,
shoot her. She didn't
also
shoot.
they got real brutal with the headshots. They got real brutal. Even though it's a cutaway, but it's still felt. Like it is still felt. And I'm like, whoo, hoo, 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 hoo.
and how close the sword came to Mariel's head. I was like, "Oh, do you not lose your head? It's a broadsword. You almost freaking lost your head. Had she dropped just a couple inches to the right, boom, you're gone. You're dead.
That
You
sword was
ruled
huge.
the
I'm like, God
day, woman."
damn. And
And
and,
she
and,
refused
and
to
she was
hold you.
lifting
She's
she
a
was
woman. She's
lifting
holding you with
that.
armor. God damn.
That lady was ridiculous. She was wearing not just that armor, but carrying that thing. That thing is heavy.
The things are happening, folks. And I'm glad this is old school 2D hand drawn animation. So we can see the glorious of the 2D's animation and weight to these characters. Woo-wee.
You could play that scene and be like, okay, here, students, pay attention, please. Pay attention, please. This is how you write a fight scene. This is how you choreograph it into 2D, right? Into 2D animation. This is how you do it.
But, yeah, that's sad. So, Jasmine, what do you think about Monica voicing Kurika?
All yours,
Oh,
Jasmine.
I thought she was really good. And trust me, I do not ever want to give the devil its due,
Dive
but
in, full
I,
controversy and everything.
yeah, I thought she was really good. I did think she was pretty understated in the beginning because she was very monotone, very low key, kind of flat. But man, when all of that stuff started to come out about her past and uh, that blow that was dealt to her, man, I was like, the emotion that she is hitting, it's on another level.
Precisely. When she's good, she's good. So I'll give her credit. Now, the actress playing, let me pull it up quickly. The actress playing Marielle. I, I know what the strangest thing is. I don't hear her that often because I'm not used to her. But
Yeah, she's kind of new to me.
well, it's Shelley Kane Black. She's been stuff like in Clonad, Land of the Lustrous, Maneka Box, Princess Resurrection. She was a so she does get around. Also, huh? We told her she was in Sekiro. Oh, that's right, the mother character. That's why to to Sekiro. Okay, so she was in Sekiro. Okay, to Minato. Okay, so that's why her voice sounds vaguely familiar. Other works include Log Horizon, Cross Angel, Sunday Without God. Oh, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon with a sword? Okay, so it plus size elf and what else we got here? Oh, the dangers in my heart. So she does get around, but again, for Shelley Black, I need to watch just a little bit more with her in there because I actually like her as Marielle because she was very stern, strict. She knew the business very well, and kind of being like the sole guardian angel to Karika. She does have this more of an older sister vibe than a mother's vibe to her. So I kind of like that. I mean, Marielle could have been the I don't care who you are, yada yada yada. I guess I'd
and,
take care of
and
you.
would just pull the
But
trigger automatically at a minute's
yes,
notice.
but no, she's one who's actually wants to learn the target at least. This is the one who's planning things out, and then as you go across, this big world journey, all the different assassins and everything. Marielle's character slowly reveals that she really is this tragic girl who lost mom and dad at a young age, so she had to defend for herself at a young age. She may have that uncle who was like, I want to go back to the old days because this is all done and everything. But even during that confrontation, those two knew there is no going back. Either I die or you die. And that was the sad part for that. Even when we're back in Italy during the third week, it was like, this is getting interesting. She's learning more about this night that happened. And then when you get to those big revelations, the big twist about Kurika and everything, it just goes, oh, oh, everything ties together. Even during her couple solo episodes, this is a woman who I just love her. I love her as a character. I wish more writers for both East and West like take good examples from this. This is how you write good female lead characters. She's pretty, she's beautiful, but also she's a fighter. She's has a tragic backstory that is understandable, and yet you can hear this throughout all of her performance, throughout all 26 and everything. And again, she also brings the same scene twice differently. One from being the usual stone cold mercenary to now something that's a little bit more softer, a little more vulnerable because of what happened. Hell, if she never found the letter, I don't think we'd get her at her lowest point. Because when she finds the letter behind the plan, she's like, idiot. She isn't calling Karika an idiot, she's calling herself an idiot because you just lost your light in darkness.
Yeah, and Caprica lost hers, but yeah, I think Muriel might have been my favorite character. Yeah, I didn't really expect to like her the most, but I just thought she was very grounded, and at the same time, even though she had gone through a lot of tragedy throughout her life, she never really let that tragedy define her. She always was able to rise above it, even when she was could have been tempted by the idea, the crushing truth that Caprica, her one and only light still left, kind of destroyed her world. But despite all that, she was still able to kind of rise above it, and I think that's quite commendable on her part. And she just had the best head on her shoulders, I think. And I just admire a character like that. And I mean, I think that's definitely worth definitely worth admiring.
And I do like with her character is that the past doesn't really change for her. It did, but it's one that she learns that near the end is change me. I have accepted that, but I'm also not going to be hunted by these demons no more. Especially when she had her own individual episodes where she was back in her home country, in her home village or city. There is some closure to that night, even further, and even Chloe's like, "Oh, one of these days you're going to have to make a choice." And when it does that happen, you need to let her go. So I'm like, this is getting interesting. Make your thoughts about Marielle.
All in all, she like Karika had a really amazing character arc and character development along the way because there was not much we knew about her at in the earlier episode in the very beginning episodes because we're still learning. But over time, she goes from like being so guarded about stuff and treating Karika kind of not as like the black sheep, but also after that, um, she treats her now more as like what you mentioned, a sisterly figure and everything. And when we got her own, and this is what I love about the anime that it gives these characters their own episodes. And that's what I love about it. We got to see her own episodes, like a focus on her for a change rather than because we could watch those two go all day, every day together, but it's nice to break them apart and put them in their own episodes. That way we can learn a lot more. And then the more you watch her episodes, the more you learn she's not really a bad person and you understand why she is the way she is And then as it really picks up towards the end, you have a full understanding of like, damn, she had a really crappy upbringing. And and then after the great twist and swerve and reveal, it's like you just want to rush over and give her like the biggest hug on the planet. Because no child should have to go through that. And also to find out that it was your partner who you've been touring the globe with and doing all these and also letting her keep a cat and everything is the main reason why your parents are well, one of the main reasons why your parents were dead. That really shattered a lot. That was world shattering for her. And had she still been cold and everything, I think the Muriel of old would not have hesitated to pull that trigger. She would just pulled it and been done with it. But again, Joker, you mentioned the hesitation. The hesitation really took hold, and she's like, "No, this ain't right," because she didn't have all the pieces yet. All in all, Muriel is one character that um really deserves her flowers and everything and stuck with Karika to the end. She could have easily told everybody, fuck you, I am leaving, and peace out via air balloon back to Italy. She could have done all of that, but she knew but when she saw what kind of danger Karika was really in and how far this was, it's like, no, I want to see this through the end. What they say together
See the
as they
battle,
walked in.
even the battle between her and Chloe and Karika. You can tell Chloe's going for the kill. Karika's more hesitant. So I love the fact that they're literally killing each other in this fight, but also they don't want to kill each other. But speaking about Chloe, we gotta talk about my favorite character with the composer, Chloe. What more can I say about her that I haven't said already? Funny, smart. She's very much the polar opposite of the two ladies, and yet she's a reflection of what you can become if things are told to you in the wrong way, but also at the same time, how much loyal she had to Altina. So she's amazing in this. Her first appearance is awesome in the show. You're like, ooh, this is a new character. Who do we got? And then it's like shows up into the room in Paris. Like, what's up? How's it going?
That will forever not be funny. It's like,
She talks to you like
hi.
a boss. Like,
Glad
nice
tea
place you got
party.
here. Like, you're waiting for shit to go down, which is the expectation, but they subvert it, be like, no, I'll proceed to have some tea.
That's what I like about that. That whole segment was pure comedy gold in its finest. Because it's like, wait a minute, what that's like Frieza suddenly showing up at Goku's house and having tea with Chi Chi. Like, oh hi Goku.
It's like,
Oh
yo,
boy.
Kind of like that basically.
so she's voiced by Hilary Hagg. I mean, of course, Matt love Bubblegum Crisis. So she's in Tokyo 2040 as Nene. You've seen her obviously in Steel Angel Kurumi. She was also in the Ghost Stories, the
Ooh.
famous
Oh,
Ghost Stories dub.
I
DNA.
still need to watch that.
You haven't seen the jump. I said jump.
Uh, I
DNA
watched.
Jail 2004.
If it makes you feel better,
Everyone's favorite
I
little girl
could
from
add
Devil
that
May
to the
Cry,
watch
Patty.
party, Paul.
Wait a minute. You have ghost stories?
You look for
I
that
can
YouTube.
neither confirm nor deny.
She's
Oh,
also
come
been in
on.
Angel Beats, Kanad,
Ooh,
so,
Angel Beats.
Mhm.
Ugh, you
Angel
need a
Beats.
strong
Yui. She was Yui. She was Yui in Angel Beats. So, ooh. The EF series. This is a adult children novel. So, cool, diggity. Campione. Uh, Campione. I actually have this actually. Not a bad watch actually. Who? So who was she in Campone? It was on Amazon before they took it off. So that girl. Okay, Yuri the brunette. So not the lead. So okay. Girl under Panzer as Kashifi. So
Oh,
cool.
that one I do have. I have the OVA, the
Log
film.
Horizon as Seta. So awesome. More recent works include Domestic Girlfriend, The Demon Girl Next Door, Kaguya Early XX for the Sentai Filmworks dub, and most stuff has been Loner Life in Another World and Love's Flops. So she has gone around a whole lot. And to be fair, I don't really recognize her voice quite as often, but I love discovering people like, oh, you've been in this show or that show. Sweet. And I love her voice for Chloe. I was expecting almost a Jeremy Lee like voice or someone even younger, but Chloe felt spot on. Like, this is Chloe because full of mysterious girl, get the job done. But even throughout her arcs, like I said, these last two, especially the last one, oh my god, did I feel bad for her. And you can feel it. Like she brought it when she was furious, upset in 25. It's like, oh no, here we go. She's gonna die. And I can see why she's the composer's favorite. Because Chloe is just one of those rare characters you get that you know how it's gonna end, but it's just a great journey to see. And there's also the little bit of a what if. Well, what could have happened if she didn't die? Would she have confronted Altina? Would she die along with Altina? Who knew? Who knew? Who knows?
Yeah, I think it was mostly that she thought she was in control the whole time because of what Altina sort of trained her to believe. But in that moment when everything started to unravel, and even though she thought her and Caprica was the true Noir, Caprica in a way rejected her, and it was like she couldn't take it. Like her truth, her reality started to just kind of fall apart. Um, it's weird because it kind of reminded me of um Creed and Train and Black Cat. I was just reminded of like, oh no, rejected. I thought I was going to be your one and only, but then this person got in the way. This person who doesn't belong here. I was just like, I was transported back to that.
Though I think in your personal opinion, I think the train the train one was probably way more out there than anything.
It was definitely a lot more weird. Weird, weird.
That dynamic will never. You probably won't live down that dynamic, will you, Jasmine?
Whatever it will forever echo in my head.
Well, at least to Chloe's credit, she didn't have a portrait of she didn't have a portrait of her or anything. So to her credit, she got lucky. Unlike the other guy who had the portrait of Train in that episode in that anime, I'm like, I understand obsession, but Jesus Christ. That'd
The,
be that'd be like Vegeta training in capsule support, and there's a picture of Goku killing Frieza in Super Saiyan form, and Vegeta's like, "Why can't I be that powerful?"
Stop. No, I'm never gonna unsee that. Thank you.
Oh,
no, what Noir gave you was some really cool guns that we had as well. Some cool fights as well.
oh yes, yes, and also
But overall, these characters they truly make Noir watchable because if you don't care about the dynamics of anybody, then you're just gonna say, "Well, why am I watching this?" Thank God their dynamics work. They play off each other. The more everybody discovers, the more you're invested. The more you're invested, the more you start to realize how deep the rabbit hole of the soldats go, and it makes Noir complete. Now, the one thing that people are gonna say is there really no blood? It's old school storytelling direction. They didn't need the blood to be to show you and everything. Well, there are a couple blood spots here and there. I know what I like this approach. It's old school, Jasmine said in the beginning. It's old school. They went the old school direction.
because it's still it's still a mystery thriller without the over reliance of blood for that shock value. They were very good about that because they did other visualization techniques with the dead bodies, the gunshots, the guns to the head and everything, and also like divide and conquer, like the casino scene, and then Karika jumping from the fucking bell tower
I know that was
upside
awesome.
upside fucking
The
down,
major would
shooting
be
that
proud.
guy.
The major would be proud. I was like, God damn, that was awesome.
But
Or
that's
them
the thing,
finding
though. That's the thing, though.
puzzles
That's what
in
makes
real
it so
battle without
unique.
guns, like that we have seen beforehand, like them being a little bit more stealthier, or how they could, like with Chloe's case, take out a group of people and everything. So I appreciate Noir putting most of the focus on the story, the characters, some of the weaponry that they were using. Love all the handguns the girls have. Each one had a different type, which we could go into it, but I liked how different they all were. It was nothing too big or flashy or be like, oh, that's unrealistic. They would carry a Desert Eagle around, which it would be with comparing how small and fragile these ladies are. There's no way they're going to take the recoil of a Desert Eagle and be like, poof, I'm fine. No, no, their ass would be on the floor.
Yep. And,
So I like all the weaponry. Again, B Train is at their finest here. And oh my god, Turn of the Century, it was still 2D hand drawn. Jasmine, you're our artist. You just go into detail how awesome the show is in 2D format. It's amazing, isn't it? It's like wow, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, it really does take me back to the way they used to do it, and it just honestly makes me feel that much more pain that we can't get it this way anymore. It just honestly, it was a little bit of too much for me to take when even in the States we had to go from 2D animation to 3D. I was just like, no, can we just go back to that traditional feel, like that hand drawn look? And it's really beautiful here. Some of the animation production, when it skyrockets, you can tell from just the way they move. Some of the dynamic shots, it's a lot to love.
oh, absolutely. And what about the city? What about the city and landscape shots?
Like we actually see the establishment of like where they are, like from Paris, Italy, like Thailand, Africa. I think Africa was one of no, yeah,
Morocco. I think it was Morocco.
Morocco, Afghanistan or Iran, the Middle East. Like we had a lot of variety of locations, and don't forget, we were in the Big Apple because we
Yeah.
saw the Twin Towers.
Yep. That's a
I was
time
like,
cap.
whoa,
That's a friggin' time capsule right there.
For
I
real.
just kept saying like wow almost every episode we were in New City. I was like wow, wow. Like talk about that stuff. Like they obviously traveled to these
Oh
areas to
yeah.
get the right look.
It was like going on a world tour. This anime. They were all over the globe. We need to do that more often in other shows. Explore different sceneries. It makes you have a different kind of feel throughout each and every kind of mini arc. They all
And
feel
we actually went to
unique.
Corsica, and we went to Corsica too.
Yes.
That whole area was beautiful. I and the night shots too, like in Paris, in New York,
Ooh.
Corsica, throughout wherever the night shots were. That was beautiful. And I can't imagine like trying to keep the lighting. And the boat scene when they're on
Oh
the
yeah, the
boat.
one in the world where they like had those visual identifiers with all the like I know there's a name to that, but when I saw the boat, I was like, oh my god, look at this shot. That's
Jasmine,
freaking
help
amazing.
us out here.
Like
What
with
is
all the
that?
little circles and everything that you kind of see like in Grand Budapest Hotel, or if you're kind of watching Heat, the Michael Mann and his cinematographer, they use a special like lens to kind of get those beautiful shots. Like yeah, I know what they're called. I just can't put my name on it, but I was like, whew, it's a very beautiful show to look at. Like because it is all 2D hand drawn. Very little digital was even used. And if it was used, you can hardly notice it. But it's such a good looking show. I mean, how often do you get to see the Arc de Triomphe in shows? Like, I hardly ever see that unless I'm watching
Mhm.
Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, or I do watch French Revolutionary, the French Revolution films with all those the French Revolution filmmakers over there in France. Because whew, I don't get shots like this no more. Even the West, which we're very guilty of.
Yep, we're guilty of that too on the West. And I really like that that this anime really, you could tell they took a lot of risk with this whole anime. They took a lot. And I say it paid off very well. If I was one of the main people working on that, I would be damn proud of it too in the end. I'd be like, damn, it paid off. Now where's my $50? But joking on aside, Noir deserves to be in in the discussion of classic
It does
anime
be,
film.
and the soundtrack for this freaking anime, but Yuki Kajira. Oh my! I told you guys. I told you she does not miss. She's an amazing composer. From the very first episode, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a good episode. It's gonna be a good series if you have her. Everyone's like, well, who the hell is she? She's been like she does like all the stuff like for Sword Art Online, Madoka Magica, Fate Zero, The Garden of Sinners. You heard her work in
You said
Demon Slayers.
Art?
Yep, she's done almost everything for Sword Art Online, like all the animes. So she's done like pretty much up to the latest stuff with the anime. So
Yep. Speaking of Yuki Kaijira,
you know,
are we ready for the
yeah.
announcement?
Fenrir Pirates. She's done Fenrir Pirates. I wish that didn't
Ooh.
quite end the way that it did.
Oh,
I mean, it was
don't
a good
remind me.
show, but when
Don't
they got
remind
to
me.
the end, I said,
It
"No way!" You know what? If put that on the watch party because we just showed Jasmine this freaking ending.
let's see,
There's no way
Farron
they had a good
Pirates.
ending. No. Put that in the. Oh,
Oh, I never
okay.
heard of this.
It was Farron Beyond Journey's End, right? It was that one.
No, Fenren, Pirate Princess.
Oh, Fenrir
Oh,
Pirate Princess.
That one, not Fenren the end. That's a
Oh,
completely different beast that I have no idea.
okay, cool. Okay, I will do my deep digging into finding a physical of that one, but I will bookmark that. I'll bookmark that title right there. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the announcement.
What's in this box? The box. The box.
And now, here we go. And at a staggering, crushing defeat, Joker. Look at this.
Yes. Oh man.
90% for dot hack sign, 90.9%, and for Medica Box got 9.1.
I knew it was gonna win, but
Oh,
damn,
God. Heck.
it it, it got smoked.
Well, technically speaking, Dot Hack Sign is the first in the Dot Hack series,
I
so
would I
this
what
is
when
going
I
to be a
saw
hit.
that when I saw the results of that, I was like, I beg pardon. Because I have expected like a back and forth battle. I have expected, but this is like almost a near shutout. Almost a near shutout.
Did it even get one vote? My God.
Let's see. Medica Box got 9% of the vote,
It's only
and
one vote.
Oh man.
wow.
Oh no.
Oh,
So I have
Medica.
to say this, uh,
Poor.
Dot Hack fans, you better watch it and tell Bandai we want a goddamn sequel to the games
And here it is.
that isn't online. Woo, look at that box.
And on top of that, it's the complete series.
And on top of that, Yuki did this one as well.
Yes.
Yes. So
She's so good.
yes, believe me, me and Joker are gonna be bobbing our heads
Well,
along with the
here's the thing: I've yet to see Dot Hack sign, but I do
What?
know for a guaranteed fact. Here's the warning right now, folks: Dot Hack sign is not an action anime. Dot Hack sign is more slow burn, psychological in certain episodes. Very heavy
Mhm.
on the sceneries, like the actual scene itself, along what the areas they're in. So very heavy on the theme. So if you're expecting a really cool action show with Dot Hack Sign, go play the video games.
I can't
yes.
believe you haven't seen it yet.
I played Dot Hack GU, so I played GU before, and I
Speaking of which,
don't have my PS2 no
Phoenix
more.
actually Joker Phoenix wants to join us
Oh, for
for
this one?
for
Oh,
for this one. I told
he's
him
more than welcome to.
I told him,
More than
hey, and
try
the
it. Try
date,
the
and
first
I'm
three
gonna
to
reveal the date. I'm gonna reveal the date this Thursday, August 14th. We are gonna be watching Dot Hack Sign. Now, keep in mind, when I saw this at Bookman's, I literally jumped at it. I'm like, mine. I just grabbed it and walked to the register, slammed it on the desk. I'm like, I want this fucking anime right here. Um, but I'm very excited. Joker, this is gonna be your first time. Jasmine, this is gonna be your first time. So I am going to keep my mouth shut. It's been for
Actually,
it's been
I've
for
seen it.
oh
Oh God, here I'm gonna get it now from her.
uh
So that's why.
how the tables have turned. Oh, how the tables have turned.
She
I know
done one.
that's why.
You done
That's
one. Oh, what do you want? A cookie?
this.
You got one over me with the others. So good luck. He still hasn't seen.
That's why I said I
What
can't believe
he
you haven't
still
seen it.
no, you still haven't seen. Goddamn Kiki's Delivery Service, Miss Ghibli fan over there. You seen all the Dragon Balls, but haven't seen goddamn
Stop.
Kiki's or Cartoon Network.
Well, I got
And
this one over
goddamn
you,
Disney
so
Channel.
joke's on you.
I play the
Yeah.
games at least, except for the first one on the PS2. So I have you beat there.
You don't have to play the games to enjoy this. You said that
Yes,
yourself.
you do, because technically speaking, Dot Hack Sign is the first one. And if you play the games, you'll be fine. But if you watch Signs, you're like, is this what the games are like? No. But then again, yes, because the games are very slow paced, but at the same time, the games is you playing a game within a game. That's the big thing about dot hack and everything. Your character is playing a game within a game that you play, but at the same time, when you, at least with GU that I play, when you get out the main menu sequence, you can literally like email your in-game buddies, be like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" I was like, "Oh, I'm on a walk like this," and then you can actually build bond stories. There's different reactions to different emails and whatnot, and the more that you get, it's like, "Oh, I'm learning more about the characters and the system." And then GU for like episode 3 at the end, wherever you have like all the hearts filled out, you can literally ask them for in-game marriage.
Oh,
See, I went.
tie-ins.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you're the one who said it can be viewed as a standalone anime. So
It
those are
G
your words.
God Hack Sign is technically speaking is the first of the of the Dot Hack properties, the multimedia. This is technically speaking was out first before the very first game in the series. So it's like, oh, so it's a little bit in reverse then? There is a GU anime, but the problem with the GU stuff, that is taking place before the game starts, and if you watch that, you're
Hmm.
like, what are they talking about? But then you play the game, it's like, oh, so that's what they're talking about. But then again, the game is like, you meant to play the game first, then watch the anime, and then it makes more sense that way.
Speaking of which, only me and Fado of our group do have.
You
Oh,
son of a bitch.
nice.
So I and this is unopened and this is not opened. I've had it up there for ever since we moved in this house. uh
First, when I heard her voice, I thought she was Monica Real, but she wasn't. I forgot who voiced her, but
but I am looking forward to revisiting this anime because the first time I watched it was back in '04 on Cartoon Network at late at night during the summer. And then a year later in '05 during the amazing summer of 2005, which I hold near and dear to my heart because it was one of the best times to be alive. They had not only did they have Dahak Legend of the Twilight, they had Gundam Seed Destiny too. They played so the lineup was like this. They had the original Cartoon Network, they had the original cartoons going, and then after one of them, I believe it was either Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends or Courage, and then it went to Gundam Seed, and then after Gundam Seed was Dahak Legend, and then after that it went to Gundam Seed Destiny. In that lineup throughout the whole summer, I literally watched all the episodes of Dahak Legend in that year. Um, Dahak Sign, I tried keeping up with it, but there was just so much going on at that
I
time.
mean, it literally, the science came out back in April 4th, 2002. The very, the first game. Oh, this is, I know, it's like a freaking headache. Of Dot Hack Infection, the first game in the actual series, came out in June 20th, 2002. So it's like, so it's, It is a headache of why they do this, but it is again a multimedia project with a really cool format that you don't really see these often. But it's a headache, but it's a good headache. But then again, there are characters that show up in Sign. Like Hiseo does show up in Signs for like an episode, I think. And I think Kite might be in Signs, but then again, Signs has a completely different protagonist. Yes, I was right.
Mm.
Hiseo does show up. Although this is before he becomes the edge lord that is the player killer Hiseo, that he's known in GU before he gets the power reset in GU. How do I know this? Are you taking it out? Why are you taking it out? Why are you taking it out? I am Barney, I told you for the last time, get the plane ready. We are going to go.
He's
What is
tormenting
it
you.
doing? What is it doing? Oh, Roots. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, that's right. Dog
Roots
Hack
is the
before
prequel,
the
right?
anime. Dog Hack Roots, the anime, is before the freaking. How do I
Yep.
know this still? Which came out back in April 5th of 2006. And the first game came out in May of 2006. And that was volume 1. How do I know this? And here's the big thing about people going, are going to say that. So people are going to say, so what do you watch first? Do you watch the animes before the games, or do you play the games before the anime? The best choice, if you're going to do it, play the games first, in my opinion.
Hmm.
GU is the easiest to get because they have remastered that from their PS2 counterparts, and they are on both placed on all the modern consoles, including PC. I have played GU on my PC, a good place to play on the PC. No, it's not quite optimized correctly. You got to change a few settings, and then you're off to the races. Which is a pretty good trilogy, by the way. And they made a fourth volume to wrap up the story for GU. But the games that do need the remastered are the first games, like Infection, because it is impossible to get them unless you go through emulation. So Bandai, I mean CyberKinetic, get on this shit. I need the original games in my life right now. And there are the online components as well. Yes, Fata will tell you there are online games for Dot Hack that are being preserved correctly, but experience those at your own pace.
Is Roots the prequel?
Roots is the prequel to GU, since it's supposed to take
Hmm.
place before GU, and how Seo, what's his freaking name? Ovan, there we go. Ovan, and then what
Mm-hmm.
was the other girl's name?
There was there was Pie.
The one, no,
Also,
not Pie. The one that he loves, that another girl has his girlfriend's avatar.
oh,
So I'm going with his former girlfriend before he kind of dumps her, because it's how those three founded each other. They start their little guild, and then Triad shows up. He infects her, and he kind of slowly becomes the PP killer, which is why he gets all the level upgrades and everything. And then when Ovan tells him that, oh, by the way, I found Triage, the guy that put our friend offline and everything, he's at Delta something, 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 something. He fights Triage, he loses, and then he gets the full blown power reset back to level 1, where he
he,
meets those his two friends that he hates, but then slowly likes over time.
the gr-
I know. How do I know this still?
the Haseo Grunty, that one was funny.
Well, it's Yuri Lowenthal. He knows what he's doing. And well, that's the thing about Dot Hack.
And
Even though I say
entrance
how I love it,
entrance
it is
was
a good
quite the
series. I try
character.
to give people the chance. Give it a chance because they're really fun games that you don't really get quite as often. And I would love to see a collection of the first games again because those would be great. GU is preserved correctly, but I need those darn first games. Cyberkinetic, I desperately need them.
But as always, ladies and gentlemen, the Thursday, August 14th, we are going to be back again with the classic, the one that started it all. And remember, folks, and don't give me that, oh, start online with first. Don't give me that shit.
No,
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 don't give
Sword
me that
Online
shit. No,
was
no.
not. You can
It was
see
inspired. It was inspired and did borrow some
You can see
elements
a
from
little
God
bit of how both
in
Sword Art
season one.
Online and Log Horizon they were slight. It did take some inspiration from Dot Hack.
Believe me, you have no idea how many arguments I've been in during the first
As I
season of that.
understand
Dot
it,
Hack was
Sword
freaking
Online.
first. This is how you can
As
tell.
I
Everybody,
under,
this is how you knew that people were really tourists before it really became bad. Personally, I'd rather have the people who are just like ignorant and not know the classic animes.
as I understand it, Sword Online, I believe, was at least a light novel at the time when it came out,
Yeah,
right?
Sword Art Online was a light novel that he won the contest for. Although the first contest he entered, he was too long for the words because it was literally the entire first arc, as in the all of Tartarus, was written down, submitted from the beginning to the final battle. No, I'm not even joking. Reki Kawahara, for the first submission of SAO for the contest, literally had the first volume all the way to the end of the final boss of the first half of season one planned out for the light novel. I'm not even joking. But he was over the word limit, so he couldn't fully compete. So then he redoes it again. It's like, oh yeah, you compete now. And then he won. What are the
Hmm.
odds of that happening? But we'll get
Right.
out of here, guys. We'll see you guys next. Oh, by the way, how would you rate Noir? I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's such a classic. It blows a lot of modern anime to shame. I wish we get this art style back, but love the music,
I
the
would put this for
story,
like an art
characters.
class.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me. I love it. I love the direction, the visuals, the arts. This is a classic. You don't get stuff like this no more. Yes, there are spiritual sequels to Noir, but I like this a hell of a lot. It was really good.
I would give this 9 jousting knights out of 10, and because of story, character, setting, tone, and pacing, you don't get that anymore. Everybody is just jumping on to the next episode, and it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Save the energy when it reaches the conclusion, and then we'll get excited for the next episode. And it took its time, like establishing the world building and everything. That's what we also got. We got world building in this Joker. We had world building, and I say it was really well done. And I would love to see this form come back for in the current anime. It's okay to go back to this art style. Don't let this art style be forgotten to time. We already lost a lot of art techniques throughout the years, and this is one I do not want to see get lost. But I digress. Jasmine, your thoughts?
Well, I thought, considering that this was a show that probably wasn't my type of show. I mean, it's not really my type of genre per se, so I didn't really think that I was gonna like it as much. But actually I was quite impressed with what we got out of it. It was very thought provoking, and the stories were very compelling. There's a lot of great character depth that I was not expecting from, and it honestly just did everything right from the character development to the story arcs and whatnot. And, it took a lot of things that are simple, like simple plot threads or plot devices, like, say, maybe not remembering who you are and having details be omitted, and using those things, those simple devices, and building on them in the way that a lot of stories kind of fail to do, especially today, because it's just all like instant gratification. But this show was good at just planning things out, letting things breathe, take their time, and then when they're finally ready to let the cat out of the bag, it's very rewarding, and it just played on a lot of those things. So I think it was actually really well done, and I'd give it an 8.5. It was good. I really enjoyed it,
We
surprisingly.
don't do halves here. It's either full numbers. I
Okay,
don't like when people do half. That's my one nitpick. Give it a full 8 or give it a high 9.
okay, I will give it if I must.
um, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, Noir is worth a watch, and even a second viewing as well, because now that you've seen what happens,
Now you start to notice all the little details. If she truly is watching, all the little hints and clues, all the music cues, all the little subtle little characters' reactions. So even that guy in the second episode, he knew who she was for Karika right away. It's like, he knew who it was. So that makes it a little more interesting. But anyway, guys, we shall get out of here. Thank you
yep,
all for being in the war with us, and we'll see you next week with Dot Hack Sign.
yep, Joker's first viewing of Dahak's Sign. Anyway, we are out of here.